Fast Thoughts. Let's talk about AV teams. I'm Chase Carrington. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy excellent Bible study videos and an occasional Fast Thought video like this, where I like to discuss Christian creativity, among other things. Church AV teams have become a more prominent part of church ministry life over the past couple years due to a pandemic that I'm assuming most of you have heard of. It's brought a lot of AV teams into existence. It's grown others, and other AV teams have had to deal with sets of challenges that they haven't expected. For me, my little story is I was the AV team, basically myself, recording the videos for about a year, and then eventually we were able to set up a live streaming system, bring on a couple volunteers, and now I ended up kind of leading that group. And so we are the AV team for my church, and we present the live streams and deal with the audio. That's mostly what we do. Unlike other media teams, we don't do too much with social media or anything else, but that is most of my experience. And that's going to be the focus of today's Fast Thoughts, talking about the importance of that type of AV team ministry and offer some encouragement. Well, my first Fast Thought here is just the overall importance of AV teams. AV teams are the public face of a church nowadays. At least a large portion of the public appearance of a church is going to be through their online media, websites, and YouTube channel. And that Sunday service is no longer just presented to everyone in the church sanctuary. It's presented to anyone who can tune in online. And sometimes that can be a fairly large amount of churchgoers and even church visitors. So we never really know what that potential impact is, because now we are presenting the church service to potential new visitors or longtime members. And that's kind of a big responsibility. We have to present the church service and present the church to the wider world. It's not just a church sign or a nice coat of paint in the building that presents the church to the outside world, or even door-to-door ministry. It's pulling up a website and clicking play on a video. And it's our job to maintain that in the highest quality that we can, to present that to the world. And that's our responsibility. And that rolls right into my next Fast Thought. The focus. Where does our influence on presenting this church service begin and end? And I think it really depends on how your church is oriented and how it's set up. But for the most part, our goal is to elevate the service, to present it to the world in the best way possible. It's very similar to my thoughts on photography. If you haven't watched that video, you can definitely check it out there. The goal as people who are facilitating this presentation of the service should be to present it in the best way possible and to not distort it. It is our goal to show what is there, to show the service for what it is, not add more flash or theatrics than is already required of the service. It's really our goal to present what is there. And especially for me, in my church service, it was very important for me to consider that when I was building an AV system, to really consider I wanted to be as non-interventionist as possible in the actual service and focus on capturing our existing service. Of course, changes were always made to the service to make it more presentable to that type of format. But I think taking consideration what is important in the actual church service, what people need to see online, can really elevate the service and keep that focus to remember, as an AV team, it is our job to present the service in the best quality we can. And this brings up my last point here. The last point I want to make is just a general encouragement to everyone that participates in an AV team for a church. Try your best and God will do the rest. That saying is especially needed for anyone who has to participate in AV live streams or anything involving live production. Things happen. Mistakes happen. Equipment fails. Things will always happen. We just have to try our best. Try to adapt, try to overcome, and try to present the most quality service that we can through the live stream. You just have to let a lot of it go. If a mistake happens, we just move on. We adapt. The show goes on. We can't stress over it. We can't be perfect. We just strive to be perfect. So seek that quality live stream seek to do as well as you can. So don't beat yourself up if you made a mistake of switching the camera 10 seconds too late. So my goal of this video was just offer a couple thoughts and a little bit of encouragement to AV teams around the world, and I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think is important for a church AV team? What's an encouragement that you've taken to heart or that you like to present to church AV team members? This is an important ministry, and I think discussion around it on a more ministry and a more spiritual focus should probably be had. It's not just two guys in a booth moving sliders and pressing a couple computer buttons anymore. It is a vital ministry, and it is a part of modern church ministry life now. I know a lot of bigger churches have had huge setups of professional equipment for a long time, but there's a lot of smaller churches that are just getting that new camera in and are just trying to train a couple people who have never used professional audio equipment before. I want to encourage you. You're entering on a big journey of learning, but you're also going to fulfill a very important role for the modern church. I'm Chase. Be sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I want to also remind you to chase the eternal sun with me. God bless, and good night.